sharing today as knowledge is power, and sharing is caring, and words of wisdom are especially great when you can help potentially somebody else. So today's insight is about protecting yourself from the sun, and how taking these preventative measures can help not only yourself but the people around you too, because as you share these things that you learn and you gain insight to, it could spread like wildfire. So for me, I'm sharing because I was diagnosed with cancer in 2015, skin cancer, and I learned an abundance of knowledge about the things that we could do to try to protect ourselves. So as some of you may know and some of you may not know, our skin is the biggest organ in our body, and essentially, obviously, it poses the highest risk of being exposed to a form of skin cancer, as skin cancer is the #1 killer of all cancers, which kind of makes sense when you think about it, in the fact that, we do have all these other organs in different areas throughout our whole, system, body, so to speak, that could get cancer, the skin being the biggest one. So that only makes sense. I also learned at that time that it's due to the fact that our ozone layer is thinning because of toxins and pollutions being put into the air by the way that our economy, is evolving, and industries and factories and cars and all these things that are putting these horrible things into the air that are essentially making our ozone layer thinner and thinner, which is increasing the percentage of people who are being diagnosed with skin cancer, which overall is negatively impacting all of us. So being proactive and just trying to live in a way that's safe for yourself and your loved ones is, if you can't find the shade, make the shade. That was one of the most important things that I grasped onto back in 2015. The other one also being I'm driving here trying to complete the mission for the day that God has placed on my heart as I prayed before I went to my appointment this morning. So as I was saying, the other thing that I learned was, being outside and in the sun, being exposed to the sun, and the time of the day that it is the most dangerous, and, trying to plan and schedule those kinds of activities for early in the morning or later in the evening, when the UVA and the UVB rays are not as intense and harmful, which is between the hours of, I believe, 10 and 3. If my memory serves me correctly. So that was another great tip to share. And then my third thing that I would want to share that I could potentially help save somebody else is that the sunscreen that we're using. So in our sunscreen, almost all sunscreens that you see on the shelves in the stores, they don't have the two most important ingredients that we need, which are titanium and zinc. There are minimal sunscreens that actually contain those two ingredients, and they are the most important things, or whatever you want to call them, not things but ingredients, that you need in a sunscreen to actually protect you from the UVA and the UVB rays that come through our ozone, through the clouds and everything, and pose a risk for potential cancer spots. So by knowing those three things, the first one was, if you can't find the shade, make the shade. The second one was the time of the day that you choose to be outside. Try to minimize that if it's between the hours of 10 and 3. And the third one was the ingredients that you need to have in your sunscreen to actually protect you from the sun. I'm sharing these things because, like I said, sharing is caring, and if I could help save someone else, even if it's just one person, or help protect them just by sharing the wisdom that God has blessed me with, I would hope that I could do so. Also, in the end of my prayer, God said, do what I'm telling you to do and watch me work. So I'm doing that. I'm trusting and I'm believing, and I love you guys, and share my video. Maybe we can help save somebody. Knowledge is power, like I said. I love you guys. Thank you. Have a blessed day. Pray today.